So I apologize if you hear noises in the background. That's the fan of my loud-ass PlayStation. It's in rest mode right now, and it's still making those noises. I need to clean it out. But anyhow, this is for week 12. Picks every single week. And don't worry, I'm not going to eat anything on camera. Okay. We got Minnesota going to Detroit. I almost said Denver. Minnesota at Detroit for tomorrow, Thursday night. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I probably won't be able to make a video tomorrow, so I'm saying it now. Happy Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go with the Lions. And I want the Lions to win, because if the Lions manage to knock the Vikings out and go 6-5, and the Eagles can manage to win on Monday night, which I believe that they will, if they want to stay in the playoff hunt, then this is the way to go. I'm going to root for the Lions. I'm going to say that they're going to win by a score of 27-23. Washington goes to play Dallas. It's been a long time since we've seen Washington play Dallas for Thanksgiving. Dallas last year, I don't even remember who they played last year. Was it like Oakland or something? I know it wasn't Philly, because Philly got blown out by Detroit. I know the year before, the Eagles went to Dallas and creamed them like 33-10. That was the greatest year ever, until we played Seattle. Go figure. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys, because I want the Dallas Cowboys to win. If Dallas can beat the Redskins and the Eagles can start to win, the Eagles can find themselves hopefully stealing their seat 6 spot in the playoffs. Pittsburgh and Indy, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Andrew Luck is out with a concussion. That means Indy is going to be all out of sorts. Arizona at Atlanta. Ooh, that's a good game. Two good offenses, a pretty solid defense of Atlanta, and not too bad a defense of Arizona. I'm going to go with Arizona. I'm going to go with the slight upset. It is in Atlanta, so I'm assuming that would be an upset. Cincinnati and Baltimore. I'm going to go with Baltimore. Cincinnati is nothing. Baltimore is the better team, but they're nothing either, so not go Cincinnati. I would normally root for Cincinnati if they weren't so garbage, but I'm going to go with Baltimore. Jacksonville goes to play Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. Just the feeling, Jacksonville's kind of disappointed me this entire season. I can only remember the only spark that they had was nearly beating Aaron Rodgers at the start of the season. They almost managed to make a comeback and beat them in the late fourth quarter. But other than that, they haven't done much. Tennessee and Chicago. I'm going to go with Tennessee. Tennessee, they haven't really gotten me wrong that much. Well, I feel like out of the 5 wins that they have, I've been the one to say that they'll win those games. And the 6 that they've lost, I've not picked them for those losses. I don't know if I'm correct on that, but I feel like I am. So I'm going to go with Tennessee against struggling Chicago. I mean, Jay Cutler might not be a Bear anymore after that injury he suffered. New York and Cleveland, it's no joke. I'm going to go with Cleveland. No, I'm going to go with New York. I want to see Cleveland get their first win, make one of the biggest upsets ever against New York. That would be great. But I doubt that'll happen. But, hey, fingers are crossed. Anyhow, we got San Diego and Houston. I'm going to go with Houston. Honestly, I could see this game going straight to San Diego. Houston isn't that great. That division they're in is really weak. And San Diego's not that great either, but they put up a good fight when they play their games. They're only 4-6. They're not terrible, but they're still bad. Speaking of terrible, San Francisco goes to play the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I want to see Chip Kelly go on a 10-game losing streak. It's funny. Dallas is on a 9-game winning streak, and they're 9-1. San Francisco is 1-9, and they're on a 9-game losing streak. And they both started off 1-0, San Francisco, 0-1, Dallas. And they've completely switched their, I don't know. That's just kind of funny for me to think of. And I did say back in January that I wanted to see Chip Kelly's 49ers be the biggest bust and the biggest disappointment of the season. So far, if it wasn't for Cleveland going 0-11, I would be right. So, what can you do? Los Angeles and New Orleans. I'm going to go with New Orleans. Drew Brees, they're, 4-6? They're not terrible. Going up against the 4-6 Rams. It should be an even game. The Rams will put up a fight, especially on defense, but I think Drew Brees will pull away. Seattle goes to play Tampa Bay, and I'm going to go Seattle. Seattle, they're the best team in the NFL. Let's really lay it down and just say it. They are the best team in the NFL. Dallas, they're up there, but they're not the best. Seattle, most likely, are the best, alongside New England and probably even Oakland as of right now. Oakland is pretty damn good right now. Carolina and Oakland. I'm going to go with Oakland because they're pretty damn good. And Carolina's been struggling. They're 4-6. They've been doing a lot better after, a 1-5 start. But I think Oakland's got their number this game. New England goes to play the Jets in a division rival. Great game, division games. Great games. That's going to go to New England because New England's New England, and New York starting Ryan Fitzpatrick again, and they haven't been doing too well with him. Kansas City at Denver. Now I'm going to go with Kansas City. Andy Reid knows what he's doing down there. But now time to talk about his protege, Doug Peterson, when they host the Green Bay Packers. I'm clearly going to make a video, and it's actually going to come out this Friday, so stay tuned for that. But I have the Eagles winning this game by a score of like 27 to 17. And I'm going to say that because Aaron Rodgers has been struggling. You saw it last week. I believe, Sunday night? Yes, Sunday night against the Redskins. You saw Kirk Cousins torch their defense terribly. Like, it was embarrassing how badly Washington beat them last week. And I'm not saying the Eagles are as good as Washington. We'll find out eventually because they do play each other again at home, and the Eagles are better at home. They're more consistent at home, but Green Bay, I don't know what exactly is wrong with them. You're hearing a lot of issues inside the locker room, and the same goes with Philly. You're hearing a lot of issues in the locker room. I wanted to make a video about this, but I haven't been able to. Malcolm Jenkins is having some issues with people like Leotis McKelvin, Rodney McLeod, and Jalen Mills. The entire secondary. They had that little meeting a few weeks ago, and ever since then, they've been asking for Malcolm Jenkins to shut up, and Malcolm Jenkins is just trying to keep the peace and trying to keep them rolling. And not to mention, we have the whole Nelson Agholor issue now, and I really don't want to talk about Nelson Agholor right now. I have mixed opinions about him, and I'm going to be real. Just bench him for a game or two, put in Paul Turner, and get more of Bryce Treggs in there, see how they can do. Hopefully they can pick up the slack that Nelson Agholor hasn't been able to produce. He hasn't been producing enough, and it's costing us games. And that's the thing. If Nelson Agholor or whoever is playing at wide receiver and gets targeted more than Jordan Matthews and Zach Ertz, I feel if they can make plays happen, then they can beat the struggling Green Bay Packers defense. Green Bay, they had Clay, my bad. I said Jay. Where did Jay come from? Clay Matthews. They got him back last week against Washington, and he made absolutely no effect against Kirk Cousins as they just threw the ball all over the place, and they just destroyed their entire defense. And Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, they stand by each other. They have all the confidence in the world with each other. They've been through everything together, so you can't really not expect that. But going up against Philly at home, it's going to be tough for them to beat them. It's going to be tough for the rest of the teams to beat them. After this, you got 3 division rivals at home, so we'll see how it goes, but I got Philly winning this one, and I'll talk about that more Friday night. So please drop a like if you agree, or if you just enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content. Tell me in the comments down below what your picks are. Talk about your team, and I'll gladly comment back talking about it with you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday night with my Eagles and Packers preview video. Please, guys, have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Please don't go crazy with Black Friday and shit like that. Don't worry about it. Just spend some time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Have a great time. Eat some turkey. Celebrate however you want to celebrate. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.